Hey warriors, you ever get that weird feeling someone's watching you, huh? Like you're walking through chaos, yet somehow you're still untouched. Oh, it's almost like there's something or someone rearranging the danger before it touches you? Yeah, nah, that ain't coincidence, my friend. That's protection. Silent, calculated, unstoppable. But here's the twist. They don't show their faces. No fame, no noise, no spotlight, just precision. Every move they make is invisible, yet the results scream louder than 1,000 words. They're in high places, hidden rooms, unseen layers of power, pulling strings to make sure you survive what others couldn't. And oh, if you knew what they've done behind closed doors to keep your name from destruction, you'd never question your worth again. They saw your potential long before the crowd did. They invested in your silence, not your noise. So yeah, this one's gonna hit deep, real deep, because I'm about to take you inside that invisible circle, that realm where loyalty doesn't need to be spoken, and protection doesn't need to be seen. This ain't luck. This ain't fantasy. This is a strategy written in shadow. The silence around you isn't empty. It's loaded. You ever felt eyes on you when no one was there? That strange chill that crawls across your spine, that faint awareness that someone is moving for you, not against you. Most people brush it off as paranoia. You don't, because deep down, you know better. Oh wow, there are forces, quiet, unseen, unannounced, that orbit your life like shadows guarding a secret. They're not fantasy, they're not a coincidence, they're proof. You think you walk alone, but that's the oldest illusion ever sold. In truth, you walk surrounded, not by crowds, not by fame, but by presence. Discreet, intelligent, and terrifyingly precise. These aren't friends who text you back. These are the kind who make things move without ever being seen. Touching them, you won't know their names. You won't see their faces. Yet when danger rises, they rearrange the entire board before the first punch ever lands. Sometimes, the protection doesn't look like kindness. It looks like a delay, a missed call, a broken plan, a sudden silence that stops you from stepping into disaster. You curse the moment. Why me? Not knowing it just saved you. Oh yeah, they work in ways that make logic bite its tongue. See? Power doesn't always sit in chairs or wear crowns. True power hides. It watches, it calculates, and when it moves, everything else trembles. These hidden allies, these unseen defenders, they don't advertise their loyalty. They don't clap when you win. They don't comfort you when you cry. They simply ensure you're still standing when others expect to see you buried in defeat. Every time someone tried to destroy you, remember how something strange happened right after? How the plan fell apart? How the storm broke before reaching you? How their lies turned against them? That's not luck. That's a message whispered through cause and effect. The message says, you are not unguarded. They move through systems, through people, through moments. They rearrange timelines, so subtle you mistake it for chance. You think it could have gone worse, not realizing it was supposed to. And they stopped it, quietly, without asking for gratitude, without demanding your belief. Oh nah. They don't play the human game of validation. They're not here for applause. They're here for precision, for justice that doesn't need witnesses, for loyalty that doesn't need acknowledgement, the kind that intervenes when no one's looking and disappears before anyone knows. So the next time you feel surrounded by enemies, breathe slower. Don't panic. Don't curse the chaos. Because while you're counting threats, they're counting your exits. You're being watched, not by spies, but by protectors hidden behind ordinary days. The ones who never let your name slip into wrong hands. The ones who see when traps are being set and rearrange the map so you walk safely through fire. Because the truth is, you were never meant to see them. You were only meant to feel the results. The delays, the detours, the strange coincidences, all perfectly timed. And if you think I'm exaggerating, tell me this. How many times did something almost destroy you but didn't? How many times did the unthinkable almost happen but suddenly didn't? Power that doesn't announce itself lasts the longest. You asked who they are. The watchers, the protectors, the unseen mind shaping the path you walk. They are the ones who never raise their voices because silence is their weapon. Every move they make is a whisper written in timing, not noise. You'll never see them march for you. You'll never hear them swear loyalty. But their presence, it changes outcomes. Oh wow, that's the kind of power most people never understand until it saves them. They exist in the quiet spaces between decisions. They study the invisible human patterns, intentions and shadows. They know what's being planned long before the plan even reaches you. You see, every word said about you, every rumor, every trap, they catch it before it ripens. They bend the course of events so effortlessly, it almost feels supernatural, but it's not. It's mastery of cause and consequence. These are not angels or legends. They're people, disciplined, hidden, trained by truth and experience. People who've seen corruption and refused to bow to it. People who learned that protection isn't about fame, it's about foresight. They've mastered the art of not being seen because visibility ruins purity of purpose. Oh yeah, they choose the shadows, not because they're weak, but because they're dangerous when exposed. Sometimes they're close, sitting quietly beside you, observing. Sometimes they're far, pulling invisible threads that shift entire outcomes. They don't intervene every time, because their wisdom is precise. They protect only when protection will build you, not soften you. They let you struggle, only to strengthen your stance. And when they step in, it's surgical, precise, unmistakable. Oh, nah, don't think for a second that they do it out of emotion. Their actions are born from alignment, purpose, meeting protection. They see what's coming before you do and act before you panic. They don't need thanks. They only need you to wake up, to stop underestimating the invisible orchestration happening behind your peace. Because here's the quiet secret. They're not only watching the enemy, they're watching you. Studying how you carry weight, how you respond to pressure, how much you've learned from pain. They measure your readiness, and when they sense you're prepared, they remove one layer of protection to let you grow sharper. That's when most people confuse growth with abandonment. But no, it's elevation through exposure. The watchers step back so you can step forward. That's their method. That's their genius. Real protection doesn't shout. It strikes with precision so clean, you only notice it when silence follows. You remember that hook, right? The part where they act. Let's talk about that. Because when the watchers decide to move, they don't argue. They execute. No speeches. No warnings. Just a shift. Sudden, sharp, irreversible. Oh wow. You'll see it in how enemies start turning on each other, how traps collapse before they're even sprung. It's surgical, ruthless, inevitable. See, people mistake patience for weakness. They think quiet ones can be pushed forever. But when these protectors finally step in, they don't come to debate fairness. They come to restore balance. You won't even know it's them. A rumor dies before spreading. A plot dissolves in confusion. A betrayer confesses without knowing why. Coincidence? Nah. That's correction delivered through timing, sharper than any blade. Their defense isn't chaos, it's discipline. They don't destroy for sport. They neutralize to preserve order. When they act, they do so without ego, without noise, without leaving fingerprints. And yet their presence echoes like thunder. You feel more than hear. They don't want you to witness the battle. They want you to experience the peace that follows. That's their statement. That's their justice. Oh yeah, it's shocking how deeply they understand restraint. Because even in vengeance, there's a moral code, an unseen law that governs their retaliation. They'll never act from rage. Rage clouds precision. They move from clarity, from necessity. Every counteraction has purpose, not pride. They don't destroy people. They dismantle corruption. They don't humiliate enemies. They silence harm. There's a difference, a big one. They know power isn't proven through explosions. It's proven through endurance, through quiet consistency that doesn't break under pressure, through the art of letting arrogance expose itself, because pride always self-destructs when left unchallenged long enough. And that's the Watcher's greatest trick. They don't fight every battle. They let some enemies fight themselves. Oh nah, they're not invincible. But their coordination makes them unstoppable. You can't predict their next move because their thinking isn't born from emotion. It's born from strategy that bends outcomes without breaking principles. And here's the twist. When they protect you, they're not just shielding you. They're teaching you how to protect others the same way. They're shaping you to become one of them. But wait, if they've been preparing you all along, what happens when they finally step back and let you take their place? The moment you stop waiting for protection is the moment you become it. That's the turning point. The moment when the Watchers stop shielding you and start testing you. You begin to notice things you once ignored, patterns, tones, movements. You read silence like a language. You feel deception before it's spoken. Oh wow, that's not paranoia, that's awareness. You're not losing your peace, you're upgrading your perception. They don't announce the transition. One day you simply realize no one's coming to save you because you've become the one who saves. The same sharp intuition that once guided them now pulses through you. That's what they were building. Not dependency, but depth. You start acting with intention, moving quietly, protecting without needing applause. Oh yeah, that's when discipline replaces panic. You don't chase validation. You don't over-explain. You observe. You operate from patience, not pride. The watchers have transferred their calm to you, not through words, but through example. And suddenly, you understand why they stayed silent all this time. Silence was never absent. It was training. You begin to realize that true strength doesn't crave the spotlight. It exists in restraint, in timing, in choosing peace, even when chaos begs for your attention. You start playing the long game. No emotional shortcuts, no reckless decisions. You weigh every action like it matters, because it does. Oh nah. And once you reach that level, when your calm becomes contagious, when your presence feels like a shield for others, that's when you understand what the watchers were preparing you for all along. Power isn't given through ceremony. It's revealed through endurance. That's what the watchers were building all along. Not followers, but successors. You were never meant to stay under their protection forever. You were meant to rise from it. The crown they offer isn't gold. It's awareness, responsibility, precision. Oh wow. It's the weight of knowing that every move now shapes more than your own path. You're no longer being guarded. You're the guardian. The shift is subtle. No one claps, no spotlight, but you feel it. Every instinct sharpens. Every choice carries consequences. You start thinking like they do, calm under pressure, cold in analysis, warm in purpose. You're no longer reacting, you're directing. That's when they step back completely. Their silence isn't distant. It's approval. You've become what they were, a watcher in your own right. Oh yeah, the power they trained into you is not for domination, it's for discernment. To sense danger before it forms. To protect without destroying. To guide without announcing it. You move with purpose, not pride. You calculate before you confront. You heal through awareness, not through words. You've learned that real leadership is invisible, and that control without compassion is chaos. And when others finally notice the change in you when they say, "You're different now," you'll just smile, because they'll never know what it took to stand this still, this sharp, this unshakable. Oh nah, you didn't change overnight. You were being crafted in silence while the world doubted you. The watchers never leave. They simply watch higher from places beyond reach, while you continue their legacy below. Because now, you are one of them. And there it is. The truth they never wanted you to see. You were never walking alone. Not once. Every delay, every detour, every so-called mistake, all part of a map drawn by unseen hands working in silence. Oh wow, if only you knew how close the danger came, and how fast it vanished when they stepped in. Yeah. Nah, they don't wear badges. They don't brag. They just move when it matters. Every second you thought was chaos was actually protection in disguise. That's the kind of loyalty you can't buy, only earn. You survived because you were chosen to. Simple. So when life gets dark again, when people doubt you, when the noise gets loud, remember this. Your circle of protection doesn't exist on the ground. It moves above, unseen, unbothered, undefeated. Keep walking with calm in your chest and purpose in your stride. And hey, if this hit your soul, drop your thoughts in the comments. I see you. I feel you. You're the reason this message exists. You legends keep the fire burning. Your strength, your silence, your survival. That's power. Stay alert, stay sharp, and never mistake stillness for weakness. That's where the real ones operate.